Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to use these wooden letters that I have in conjunction with some leftover diamond drills. And I'm going to create some super cute little embellished letters that may become like a little hangy dangly thing. So start off, we want to put a base coat on our letter. So we want to start out by making a little impromptu drop cloth for our table here. And we'll get all this out of the way. Doesn't matter which side I have the letters up, because basically we're going to paint both sides. We're going to let each, it might take 2 coats each side, and we're going to let each coat dry thoroughly. So let's do this. Let's do this, this, and this. Okay. So now I have some of my leftover paint. Right. I think I want to put red here. Give it a good shake so that all the fluff goes back where we need it to. Oh, yep.
Spill it.
All right, you can see that it's going to soak up the paint really well, which is good. I want it to, but we'll let it dry. We'll put a second coat on here. We'll flip it over, put 2 coats on the other side, and then while I'm waiting on this to dry, I am going to go ahead and start sorting my drills, because I'll apply them after I get the paint on there. All right, progress. It's always drying time, right? All right, let's let it dry. All right, our letters are dry. Don't really like the coverage of the blue, so before I glue onto this one, I may go ahead and recoat this back one more time. But all the rest I think look good and ready to move forward with. The pink on this is not so great either, but I still think it's okay. So I may touch that one up too. I'm going to do it. Let me just go on and do it correctly. The A and the E the M and the E seem to be good coverage. But let's go ahead and I want to give this a little bit of sanding. I see some lumps and this is where it touched. So I really only need to fix one side, because I'll glue diamonds to the other side, all right, my drills. So let's go ahead. Now we're gonna do this one. I gotta go get some water. I'll be right back. So what I'm gonna do is I can start working on these, but I need this and this. Ooh, that one didn't shut all the way. I need those in order, those colors, so I can do my two letters. Okay, so I'm going to create some little prop-ups over here. This just needs painting. This needs a little bit more. Let me get my little sander. And go ahead and sand this little edge from when it's stuck down to the plastic. Z, a nice coat of blue, and we'll let it dry while we start to glue our diamond drills on. Alright, so this will also be the back. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't need anything past this coat. Hopefully this will do what we need it to do. Oh, that was not the plan. Alright. Here, and we'll come, give that a little bit of touch up. And I think we're good. So we'll lay this over to let it dry, and then we can look at it again. That's why you always put a drop cloth down, because you just never know what oopsies will happen. Okay, we can move this, or should we leave it and do our glue here? Maybe. All right, so in thinking of this one, I want to do it in traditional colors. So I picked out reds and greens, whites, and some gold, and then silver. Silver and gold, right? That's a Christmas song. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead, I think I want to put these on there. I'm not going to try to cover the whole thing, I don't think. I think I'm just going to do kind of clusters. We'll see what exactly that looks like. We'll save that one. White, I'm going to save that one for that, the Z. I kind of like those. Those are pretty. They're like little teardrops. And we have more of them. So we have 2 packs. So that's nice. More of those white ones. Maybe we'll do that here. Oh, here's some, it's got like a prism and it's round. Here's a larger one. Put that there. Green. Yellow. So not sure where we'll use that. Okay. So, and then I have these also. So let's see. Not thinking these really match unless we use like this one. We'll wipe it off real good. So this first one, I'm going to probably lay it out and then go back and glue them. Because again, it's not my intention to try to cover the entire letter. I might cover a lot of it, or I might cover all of it. We'll just see. But my thought going in was that it would not be meant to cover the whole thing. Alright, so that kind of spreads those out. And then I like these. These, I can make this look like a flower. Let's... All right, our letters are all dry. Very nice. There's our A. Stack these up out of the way. And then check this one out. This is the one we were working on. Look at that. How sparkly that is. I'm going to let it set. It's been overnight, but I'm still going to let it set and then probably do the varnish all at one time. Alright, there is our E. We'll let it dry and then see what it looks like, see if we need to add anything. But it's looking promising. Alright, I want to lift it up just a little bit. Alright, now let's work on our A, and I want to do some pinks and purples on this A, and maybe some grays. So that means I could put up some of the greens and reds. So I'll put these up. All right, there's my A, there's my E, and there's the M. And these are all dry. How about that? They turned out really nice. I went less blingy on this, but I still like it. And we're going to do one more. And we're going to make it We're going to let the base be red. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this and then set it over to the side to let it dry completely. And then we'll start working on our Z. Alright, there is our Z. Turned out nice. And now we're going to begin working on the large A. So just like the other ones, I'll begin by gluing the larger items down and then fill in from there. All right, phew, doggies. There we are. So here are our letters. That we have created for this video. Get these out of the way. All right, how about that? I'm going to let this one set, but basically I'm going to just put some varnish on these. I'm going to clean this up and then put out a drop cloth and then go ahead and put the varnish on them front and back. That'll help hold these diamond drills on here. And also bring back the shine, because some of it you lose some of it using the glue. But how about that? Aren't those cute? All right, I'm going to get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to varnish. I'll probably varnish this in a few hours, let it dry completely. And then we're winding this project down, y'all. How about that? All right, let me get this cleaned up so that I don't get my drills in my varnish and my glue and all that stuff. All right, whew, good progress. All right, everything is dry. So now I'm going to put just a coat of varnish from my Liquitex on my letters, and then let it dry, and then flip it over and do the back side. All right, whew, making progress. All right. All right, drying time. All right, our letters are dry. How about that? So the last little bit that I want to do is I want to see if I can attach some hangers at the top of the letters so that the folks I'm giving them to can hang them, do whatever they want with them. Let's see, I think my husband got out his stash of little hooks. I think that's going to be too big for this, right? It'll bust through, so I don't think we can do those. This one might. So, and then those will have to glue. I'll use E6000 and glue a loop on those. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to get my midway point. All right. Let's see if we can use our little grid over here. Since we're done, I think we can lift this up since we're done with the varnish. All right, so like right in here. right. So while my E6000 isn't completely dry, it's not coming off on my fingers. So I'm going to go ahead and work with it. Okay, so we can get rid of this. We'll leave it set like this for a good long while, let it set up, but we can finish decorating and doing this video so you can get an idea of how you can do this yourself. Okay, yep, I think it'll be just fine. All right, so again, I'm going to find my 2 ends right there. I'm going to put my little bow up here. I'm going to flip it over and make sure I still got, yep. And I'm just going to tie it off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a knot in this to hold it in place. Okay. And then come back and put a knot. Get it down there as far as I can. And that will just keep that bow from popping off. So now what I want to do is bring my little tails down. And while I can lay it on the tabletop here, and I see that I didn't pay attention and let my little, one of my little legs go back there. That's okay, we can fix it right here. Right. This, we'll do this, bring this down, and then we're gonna put a little bit of glue here to hold all these in place for us. But let's go ahead and trim them. Okay. Something like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a dollop of glue back here just to sort of hold it right where I need it to stay. And I'm just using art glitter glue. And I'm just going to sort of, I'm going to put it here. And I really want my little strings to stay down there, so let's put a little bit of glue here just to convince them they want to stay there. And this all dries clear, you'll never see it. Yep, they're all dry, got them all fixed up. I am going to that's what this one looks like, but I am going to let it dry all the way. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look how cute that looks. All right, let's do this so that you can see them, but they're not laying down on their fresh glue. That would be good. So we took just a little bit of bits and bobbles, combined them together, and how cute are these? These will be like a gift tag maybe come the holiday season. I took wooden letters, painted them, and then used some of my leftover diamond drills to decorate and just try to make them look nice. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you please consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. I'll bring you in. I'll get you some close-ups, but I'm going to let them lean like this for a little while and let that glue set well. How about that? I really like how these turned out. Not bad for leftovers, right? Okay, I'll get cleaned up and then I'll get you some pictures.